7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello again. I know that I had mentioned in the previous video that in this video we would start down the path of building our first landing page. But I think there's a very important intermediary step here, which is explaining the various components of a landing page and showing you some examples of people who do it well, so you can understand what separates high quality landing pages from less high quality landing pages, to put it politely. So I created this blog post a while back called the 5 Best Sources for Digital Marketing Examples. I'll put the link in the course criteria here, but this helps show you places to get really good emails, Facebook ads, landing pages, website inspiration, design inspiration. These will really help when you're trying to get the creative juices flowing and see what the best brands in the world are doing creatively. My favorite one that I reference the most is this website here called Landing Folio. So when you click through to here, it gives you the top landing pages from all brands, from all industries, and you can filter by what industry they're in, what type of page it is. So if it's like a sign-up page, or if it's a support page, whatever you're trying to design, this is really helpful in that you can come in here and quickly see a lot of designs and start to pull out pieces that you like for inspiration for your own pages and help you craft your messaging and design without having to start from scratch all the time. I reference this before designing any landing page. I'll do it in the flow that we're going to go through, which is inspiration first, find some things that you like and get an idea for what you'd like to design. And then I will do a wireframe, which is just a quick sketched version of the landing page, which I'll show you in our follow-up video as to what components should go where, how you roughly think the page should look before you start designing, to make sure that the imagery and the copy and all the things that you want to put into it are going to make sense before you actually start developing and designing it, therefore saving yourself the time of building something you don't like and having to scrap it and start from scratch. So you'll come to a place like this, find some components and designs you like, print them out, reference them with some teammates, figure out what it is that you like, draw it up in a wireframe, then create a prototype, and then create the landing page. So we'll go through that in the next video, but here's a really, really good source for inspiration. Now I want to show you 2 of them in action and show you what makes them good and break down the various components of each. So the things that you really look for in a high quality landing page are the headline, the subhead, the call to action, the imagery, and social proof. That combination of components is what makes some landing pages far more effective than others, and we'll give you 2 examples here that I particularly like. So Drift, which is a web chat software, we'll click on theirs, as well as Funnel.io, which is essentially a software that integrates all of your various marketing technologies and tools into one so you can analyze their performance. So let's start here with Drift, because I think they do a very interesting job on their page here. So here's their headline, and the headline is the most important part, that part and parcel with your imagery, to say in a very short amount of time what the number one thing that you're trying to offer people is. And it shouldn't be coming from the brand's perspective, it should be coming from the customer's perspective. What is the one thing that this page can say to me that in my quick 6 seconds of focus will help me from not clicking off? So when I land here, if I'm looking for chat software, the number 1 rated chatbot software for sales and marketing teams, that is pretty straightforward, right? They know that they are looking to sell to sales and marketing teams, maybe not so much support or some other function. They're talking directly to people like myself. That's really good. So here's where you'll typically have a subhead, maybe as like an H3, but they do it with a short paragraph here. Using chatbots, you can respond instantly 24/7 to visitors on your website, giving people the on-demand and flexible service they have learned to expect. Why I think this is so powerful is not only do they say it right here on the left-hand side, they show it. Here's a bot in action, right? I can start interacting with that bot right now. So it's proof that what they're saying works because I can interact with it in person right here on the page. The next thing that they do quite well is copy here. They bullet out the most important things, short and to the point. I don't want to be reading long paragraphs. I want to know quickly, with the little amount of attention that I want to give, how my team could benefit from this. Qualifying leads on your website without using forms. Automatically book meetings for your sales team 24/7, and book meetings for VIP target accounts. They know exactly what people are looking for. They're short and concise and to the point. The next thing they do well here is the use of imagery. It's not overly stock photos. It's not a whole bunch of stuff that I don't care about. It quickly shows you what this chatbot looks like if you didn't get enough from being able to interact with it up here, how you can book meetings, backing up the points that they made up top here. Then at the bottom is social proof. Social proof is saying who, like me, is using this successfully. People want to know, that's why the review function on Amazon is so potent. This has 5-star reviews from 1,000 people. You're gonna buy that product before you're gonna buy a product that has a 3-star review from 2 people, right? Like it's very prominent in people's daily lives that they want to see people like themselves using whatever they're about to purchase successfully. Here they have a testimonial from Toast. With Drift, we're able to grow our chat leads 10x over a conventional live chat solution. Now that we use Drift with the qualification logic, chat has turned into a successful channel of highly qualified leads. Now I can relate to that as a marketing manager or a sales manager who wants to more successfully convert website traffic. So there is this social proof in action. And the last part is your CTA, or your call to action. See Drift on your site. It's a very interesting one. A lot of people will say contact sales, this or that. There's a saying, see Drift on your site. And they're probably A/B testing this, which we'll go over later on in the course, which is testing different variations of it. But overall, it's a very effective landing page because I can convert here with a clean call to action. Or if I was engaging with this bot, it gives me a way to test out their product in real time and actually convert through the bot. Right? I could click talk to a human, immediately be batched to a human, and convert. So overall, I think this is a very highly effective use of all of the components that make an effective landing page. The second one being funnel. The only thing that I'll point out right out of the gate is, since this is paid traffic, I would avoid having a full navigation. I would avoid having a full footer like they do here, because you don't want people that you've paid to land here moving away from the conversion points, which they clearly want, which is booking a demo. But the way that they use the headline and social proof and effective copy here and imagery is very well done. All of your marketing and advertising data where you want it. If you're a marketer who has a large technology stack, this is an extremely potent pain point for you. You have to manage all your tools, go into each one individually, pull these reports, put it all together. It becomes a real pain in the butt. So they know that, and they take this imagery here to show that very, very well. Here are a lot of the top platforms that people like myself and yourself will be using, and here are the end destinations you want, right? You want it in Google Sheets, a BI tool, a data warehouse. Right out of the gate, you're like, that's exactly, through the use of imagery, what I would be looking to accomplish from this. They back that up with this effective subhead of integrations with 405 data sources. You know, with 405 data sources, that is going to be covering the vast majority of your technology stack, at least the prominent tools. So right out of the gate, they've hooked me in with, okay, that's a real problem. Okay, I think they have a legitimate solution for that problem. And here's some imagery to reinforce that visually, which is how most people respond more so than through written text. Here you see social proof in 2 formats. Here are these big trusted brands that use them, right? This is them being able to show all of the large companies like Samsung who trust them. Great form of social proof. And they back that up with actual testimonials from various users. This is very well done. People will look at this and they'll say, wow, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking to use it for. This is a very reputable brand. I trust them enough to provide my information, knowing that they'll do the right thing with it, knowing that they're a large organization. The use of this copy and imagery is great. Again, similar to how Drift did it, they know what the top points that people are looking for are. Collect, transform, feed. They bullet it very simple, easy to read, and they use the imagery on the right-hand side well to be interactive and informative, like the one that I pointed out up top. They show all the various different tools that people use. Again, this is really helpful when you're like, I have a specific use case that I'm trying to solve. They've already narrowed it down to what the top couple of use cases are for their business, so they can quickly and informatively show you all of those things. And then, again, with the call to action, book a demo, get a free trial after the demo. It's exactly what you're hoping to do, right? Quickly see it and get your hands on it, see if it can work. I think this is a very effective landing page. It hits on all of the points that we discussed. The only adjustments that I would make is killing the navigation and the footer to limit the options. And the other thing that I forgot to mention down here is the use of video is always highly effective. People prefer video to written text. They prefer imagery to written text. So wherever you can incorporate video and audio and interactive elements like they have here with this moving imagery, it makes a landing page more effective and engaging. So given that, we're now going to walk through the next couple of steps that I just talked about, which is creating a wireframe, creating a prototype, and then building the actual landing page within a landing page software. Stay tuned.
Oh, this you crazy mother.